a little jaunt through Nerf shotgun history. It all started right there. There's a lovely mod guide I did for this blaster. I'll put the mod guide there and you guys can just check that out because that's got all you need to know really. It then moved on to the rough cut. There have been several different guises, one of which is the Zombie Strike rough cut, which I do not have. You see, one reason why the rough cut is so good is because the rate of fire is so high. It can shoot very quickly, it's a front loader, absolutely fantastic. And then we move on to the Sledgefire, a blaster that is very, very special because it's the only blaster in any of the Nerf ranges which uses shells from which to fire its darts. Now, this has the effect of being able to fire 3 darts at the same time. However, it also means that you're a little bit limited in terms of your rate of fire. And that's what I refer to as the Sledgefire problem. It's a brilliant blaster in terms of being able to just point and shoot, which I'm a massive fan of without having to aim too much or think too much. But the rate of fire is pretty bad because when you fired one shell, you've got to get it out. You've got to, you know, fumble around in your pocket or wherever else to get another shell, which is one of the major issues with this blaster. Now, I decided that I wanted to come up with something that would increase the amount of shells you could easily carry with your Sledgefire as opposed to necessarily on your person, but also which would enable those shells to be delivered and to hand as close to this area as possible, because that's where they need to be in order for you to fire. Anytime you're spending fumbling around in pockets or getting stuff off of your tactical gear, that's time when the shell's not in the blaster ready to be fired. I'm using Bazooka Fire's idea of letting the blaster do the work for you by turning it on its side as I open it, which enables the shell to be ejected automatically. What I've done is I've added a feeding system which enables shells from the storage unit to be fed through and end up as close to the barrel of the blaster as possible for reloading. As you can see, even though the shell sticks sometimes, it's still fairly reliable, and the rate of fire is actually really, really good for this blaster. One issue that I do sometimes come up against is that the ends of the shells can sometimes snag up against each other. I don't know if you can see this, but the lip here is just over the lip of the dart above it, and the only way to sort that is by going through the jam door and pushing it up ahead, and that's why this little door's here. So. If you have a Sledgefire and you're interested in making something like this, I'm more than happy to share the measurement one. And the best part is that anybody who has access to cereal boxes and duct tape or parcel tape or any kind of tape can actually make this. So I would like to propose to you that this is the best solution that you have ever seen for both storing and firing Sledgefire shells. It works incredibly well for me. I really, really love it. Let me know if you're interested in making one of these. I'm more than happy to share the details with you. And just by the way, I used maths to make this that I haven't used in secondary school. That's high school for you guys in the States. I made a net for this. I measured angles. I had a protractor. I was doing all that kind of stuff. It was kind of crazy actually. Flashback to the past. If you've got access to cereal boxes and duct tape, you can do pretty much anything you want to. And if you're aware of another solution to the Sledgefire problem, then please, comment below because I couldn't find one. Thanks very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Bit of a shake. I'm going to shake.